I did not hear the walls of Troy break. I felt them weaken, long before the fire touched the sky. The cracks made no sound, no warning, no mercy, only small failures, ignored by men who believed tomorrow would forgive what they neglected today. A guard blinked too long, a gate went unchecked. A warrior chose comfort just once. Nothing looked dangerous in the moment. Nothing felt like the end, but I have seen empires die from moments exactly like these. That is how cities fall, not in chaos, but in silence. Not by invasion, but by permission. The enemy does not always storm your gates. Sometimes you open them yourself and call it harmless. And now I watch you, scrolling without purpose, delaying what must be done, negotiating with weakness as if it will spare you. You think your collapse will be loud, dramatic, undeniable, but you are wrong. It will come the same way Troy fell. Quiet, patient, inevitable. And by the time you finally hear the wall crack beneath your own life, it is already over. I speak from ash and memory. I stood behind the bronze gates when men still believed we were untouchable. The air smelled of iron and pride, and we mistook that pride for strength. We thought the walls would protect us forever. We thought the enemy needed force to break us, but I learned too late. A city does not fall from the outside, first it collapses from within. The silence was the first signal. No discipline in the ranks, no vigilance in the night. Men grew comfortable. They stopped sharpening their blades. They stopped watching the horizon. That is when the breach begins. Not with fire, but with neglect. Not with war, but with routine weakness. Small habits, repeated without thought, carving cracks into what once stood unshaken. Join the silent legion. Stand where you are and report your position below, because what I am about to reveal is not a story. It is a warning, and the same fire that consumed my city is already searching for yours. The breach never announces itself. I have seen walls thicker than mountains fall without a sound, not from force, but from repetition of small, careless errors. In Troy, it was never the strongest warriors who doomed us. It was the tired ones, the distracted, the ones who believed one moment of weakness would not matter. A guard who looked away, a soldier who delayed his post, a commander who tolerated indiscipline for the sake of comfort. Each act felt harmless, almost invisible. But war does not measure actions by intention. It measures patterns. And patterns, repeated long enough, become destiny carved in stone and sealed with blood. You think your habits are separate from your fate. You believe what you do in private carries no weight. That no one sees. That it will not count. But I tell you this as one who watched a city burn. Every ignored standard is a fracture. Every delay is a loose stone. Every indulgence is a hand opening your own gate. The enemy does not need to defeat you when you are already weakening yourself. He waits. He studies. He lets your habits do the work of destruction for him. By the time you realize the breach exists, it is no longer a crack. It is an open path, and the fire is already inside your walls. You do not close a breach with hope. I learned this too late, standing in smoke while men prayed instead of acted. Hope is not a shield. Discipline is. The first order is simple. Restore control over the smallest actions. Wake when you said you would. Move when your body resists. Act before thought can negotiate surrender. In war, hesitation is death. The mind will always search for comfort, for delay, for reasons to stand down. You must become faster than your own excuses. Create standards that do not bend. Eat with control. Train with purpose. Speak less than you think. Every action must reinforce the structure you are rebuilding. You are not chasing motivation. Motivation is a fragile ally that disappears in the cold. What you build is something colder, something permanent. Ritual, repetition, obedience to a code that does not care how you feel. This is how walls are rebuilt stone by stone, action by action, without emotion. You will feel resistance. Your mind will rebel. It will tell you this is too much, too rigid, too extreme. That voice is not guidance. It is weakness trying to survive. Silence it through action, not once, but daily. Because the same way your habits destroyed your walls, disciplined habits will rebuild them stronger than before. Even when the walls are rebuilt, the war does not end. I learned this among ruins, breathing smoke, watching men celebrate survival as if it meant safety. It does not. A city is not protected by stone alone. It is protected by vigilance. The moment you believe you are safe, you lower your guard and the cycle begins again. Strength is not a destination. It is a duty that never sleeps. The disciplined man is not the one who builds walls, but the one who walks them every night, even in silence. You must become the sentinel of your own life, watching your thoughts, questioning your habits, cutting down weakness before it grows roots beneath your feet. Because the enemy you fear is not outside your gates. It is within them, and if you do not stand watch over your own mind, the next fire will not need an army. Close your gates, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, now. The cracks you ignore today are the fires you will face tomorrow. Stand up, remove what weakens you. Cut the habits that betray you, reinforce what remains. No one is coming to defend your walls. No army, no rescue. Only you. Stand guard over your mind like it is the last city on earth. Watch every thought, question every action. Reject comfort when it softens you. Build discipline until it becomes your nature. And remember this when the fire comes again, and it will. You will either stand unshaken or burn like we did.